Hi everyone. So this is day one of Informatic Practices Class 12 CBSE course for the session 26-27. So 26-27's syllabus is there on the website and the syllabus is the same as previous year. There is no change. So we're going to do the same thing which we have done earlier. So by the time the latest videos are uploaded on the channel, you can refer to whatever previous recordings you have because the syllabus is exactly the same, right? So now let's see what the syllabus has for you. If you look into the syllabus, we start with data handling using pandas and data visualization. That's for 25 marks. And then you have database query using SQL, again 25, introduction to computer networks 10, and societal impact 10. This I told you in the previous orientation class as well. So we're going to start with the first part, that is data handling using pandas 1. And where your first thing to do is introduction to Python libraries, which is pandas and matplotlib. So basically, in 11th class, you studied how to use basic Python commands, how to write a sample code in Python, how to input values from the user, how to do some calculations and, print the result, fine. But now you are going to analyze the data. So Pandas library is basically provided so that we can do data analysis. And you can very well find this word data analysis, data science, anywhere when we're talking about computer science and AI. So, data science and data analysis is an emerging technology and it is widely used and very much in demand as well. So, from 12th class only, you will get an idea like what exactly you do in that. So, that later, after 12th, if you believe that yes, it's something which interests you, you can make a career in this, taking a course which supports that, right? But, anyhow, right now we just have to do pandas library, which is used for data analysis. There's another library called matplotlib, which is used to make diagrams like different type of charts like bar chart, pie chart, histograms and all. We will start with this in the next session, but today we are going to cover the prerequisites, that is the basic stuff in Python which you must remember from class 11 so that you can understand what we are going to do in pandas, matplotlib and all. So before we start with actually pandas things like series, data frame and all, I would like to brush up the very basic things of Python, jo you will be using throughout class 12th, right? So let's start with that. Now, the first thing we have is that Python, is a case sensitive language. So always remember it is a high level language and it is case sensitive. Python is object oriented programming language as well, but those things you don't have to use here as a 12th class student. So the important thing you must know is it's a case sensitive language because when you're writing a command, let's say I want to print something and I write print hello like this, it will print hello only if you have written print in small letters. If you write P capital, you will get an error. It will not print anything on the screen. So it has to be in small letters. So case sensitive means whichever command you're using, it has to be in an exact case. If the letters are small, you have to write small. If the letters are capital, you have to write capital. We cannot change the case. Then we put round brackets and in double quotes, we give string. So whatever I give, that is simply printed on the screen. So that's the very basic statement which is used to print something on the screen. Similar way, we have input statement that helps you getting data from the user. Though whatever code you will be writing over here in class 12th, you won't require to read anything from the user. You don't require to input anything. We can just take fixed values and work on it. But input is to read from the user, print is to print something to the screen, and then comes the very important thing, that is variable. So if any one of you knows what is a variable, you can write down the definition in the chat. So let's see how many of you remember from class 11th that what is a variable. Now, if I have to define a variable, I would say that it's a named memory location used to store data. So in this, we can hold data, right? And that data can be of any type. Like if I store 50, so that is said to be integer value because it's a number without any fractional part. If I write b is equal to 70.5, since there is a point, it is said to be a floating point number or a real number. So a number with a decimal is a floating point number or a real number. So numeric values are generally of these two types. Either it will be an integer or it will be a float. So value will always be on the right hand side, and the variable in which you're putting the value will be on the left hand side. So right hand side value goes to the left hand side variable. So this thing goes here, right? So this is the direction the data travels. Now, if I want to take someone's name, that has to be a string. So right, I like name is equal to Anjali. So name is my variable and Anjali is the value I'm storing in it, right? Other than these basic data types, we have many other data types which you will be requiring to create a series, to create a data frame. And those are called Python's basic data structures. And those are list, dictionary. String, we have seen anything in double quotes is a string. So when you have a collection of characters, when I'm saying characters, it means alphabets, digits, special symbol, everything. So a collection of characters enclosed in quotes is a string. But another two data structures which we will be using a lot while creating series and data frames in pandas is list and dictionary. So before you actually start with the pandas library, you must be very clear what is a list and what is a dictionary. So now let's go about this, that what is a list and dictionary. Both the data types are mutable. Mutable word in Python means that the value inside it can be modified, right? So we can modify whatever is there in the variable. So it can be modified, mutable. So list is mutable and your dictionary is also mutable. So how to create a list? List is you write a list name and then in square brackets, we can give whatever set of values we want to give. So these values could be heterogeneous. That means I can have a collection of numbers, strings, Boolean values, true, false, anything could be there. So this is a list. Now, how to refer to the elements in the list? These elements are indexed. Index means like if I want to print the first element in the list, I'll be writing A0. If I want to print the second element of the list, I'll be writing A1. So this will give me 20, this will give me 80. If I want to modify any of the values, so I can write A1 is equal to A1 minus 10. This will modify this value and make it 70. Right? So we can modify it also because it is mutable. So we can use positive index, which goes from 0 to higher numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the positive index. We can also use negative index. Like this number is said to be at -1 position. This is -2, -3, -4, -5. So position starts from 0 when we are going in increasing order. When you go in decreasing order, it starts from -1. So this is a list. So list is a collection of values, right? Which are indexed and you can modify it as well. But what is a dictionary? A dictionary is a key valued pair. Key valued pair means like I have an alphabet and I have a name starting with that alphabet. Then I have another alphabet and a name starting with that alphabet. Then I have anything like this, right? So something like this is a dictionary. So length of this dictionary is 3 since I have 3 elements in it. But this is not index. If I have to refer to the first element, I can't write D0 over there, right? I can't write D1. If I have to refer to the first element, I have to write DA. But this is wrong. You have to write D quotes A because it is a string. So you have to write in the same data type. So my key is a string A. So if I write DA, I will be getting this name. It will be printed if I print it off. And if I need to modify it, I can modify it as well. I can write DA is equal to Aman. So it will modify this. Instead of this name, I will get this name in the dictionary. So dictionary is a set of key value pairs where you can identify the values using the key, and the keys have to be unique. I cannot have two keys like A. So if A is there, so A is one key. If you try to put another value at A, the previous one will be gone. Like if I write A is equal to Aman, so obviously Anjali will be erased and the value for A will become Aman. We can modify it, but we cannot have two entries with same key. So the keys have to be unique, right? So key value pair is a dictionary and this is a list. So both of these are used when we create series, when we create data frames. So from 11th class, what you should very well know is list and dictionary, because that would be extensively used while creating the objects of pandas library, right? So there is a lot to do in list and dictionary, but you don't have to go into that much of depth. Even if you understand this much, that okay, list is like this, dictionary is like this, I think this is enough. So indexing a list, how do we fetch the values from a list, how do we fetch the values from the dictionary, how do we create them, that is what you need, because we will be using nesting of lists also, and nesting of dictionaries as well. Nesting means when you have a list inside another list. Like I take student. Now if I take student, so I take one square bracket and I take another square bracket, and let's say I have a name here, Ankit, this is the admission number, and let's say this is the marks. Then comma, then I have 1024, then I have Parul, and I have some marks. So I can have as many as I want, right? So I can have whatever number of values as I require. I can keep giving as many as I want. Freya, 62, and then I close it. So this is a nested list. So nested list means a list inside another list. So list inside another list. So when there is a list inside another list, it's the nested list like this. Okay. So now we can use this to create a data frame, because what you're going to learn is series and data frame in class 12th. So series is one dimensional, which is like a single list, and data frame is two-dimensional, which is like a nested list. Like if I write here student 0, so it is this complete student details. But if I write student 00, I'll get 1001. If I write student 01, I'll get Ankit. If I write student 02, I'll get 70. So it's like a matrix, or you can say a set of rows and columns which are numbered from 0, 1, 2. So this is 00. If I mark their positions, so this position is set to be 00, this is 01, 02, this is 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22, 30, 31, 32. So this gridding system is very important. You need to understand this gridding system if you really want to do well in even SQL or in Python pandas, because this is how your two-dimensional data is managed, right? So yeah, so that's it. Just revise this much. And for the notes are there. The ones who have enrolled the course on YouTube, the notes are there in the content section. I have given notes for each and everything. My handwritten notes are there for all the Python fundamentals, the list dictionary stuff as well as your 12th class notes. So you can download that. You can watch the recorded videos over there in the content section. The ones who are watching this video on YouTube, you can download the app and just go to the free study material section. In free study material section, there will be a folder for class 12th IP. You can find the notes over there, right? And we do have two live classes a week on the app in this course, where we take doubts, we solve problems, and we practice questions. And whenever the exams are there, we're going to have, one shots and your project work, your practical file work. Everything is done over there in the live classes on the app. So bye for now. I'll see you in the next video where we actually start the Pandas library.